There's a huge market for them. They better not make any mistakes. Hey, let's stay on the markets right now and bring in Overstock.com's CEO, Patrick Byrne. Patrick, you've always been one of my favorites no matter what. But before we start talking specifics here, I just want your feeling on the overall stock market. I mean, what we're seeing, particularly with these NASDAQ names, how does it make you feel?
Well, I think it's an asset bubble being driven by a profligate central bank. What I think. I don't believe any of the recovery, and I don't believe the stock market is anything but it's a bubble driven by the central bank.
Now, but from your perspective as a CEO of a business that you love dearly, what would you say, from what you're saying, you don't see any evidence that business is getting better just from your own internal evidence?
Oh, no, we see that. We see our business is getting better, and businesses are getting better, but it's all because the government's giving away free money into the financial sector. And when the government gives away hundreds of billions of dollars of free money, they can pump things up for a while, but I don't believe they haven't fixed anything fundamentally is what the problem is. There's been nothing fixed fundamentally in the economy.
And the irony of this, of course, is that recently your company said, okay, we'll accept Bitcoin. A lot of people think if you think the Fed is a facetious, make-believe animal, wait until you get a hold of this unicorn. But you like Bitcoin.
Charles, no, Bitcoin is just the opposite of the Federal Reserve. The issue is if you believe in limited government, which I know you do, you need a monetary system that doesn't give them unlimited power. You need it tied. The monetary system is like an upside-down pyramid. You want it tied to something like gold that they can't just government mandarins can't just whisk into existence. Or with Bitcoin, it's mathematically limited, not physically limited, but you get money that's based on something that's limited and that mandarins can't create out of nowhere.
It might be a pipe dream, though. I mean, there could be another Bitcoin invented that would go up against Bitcoin, right? So it's not to say Bitcoin is the end-all, right?
No, it's just one virtual currency, but it's one that has a particular property of they're going to create 21 million units, and it's mathematically limited so that you cannot create, or one cannot create, over 21 million units. So just the fact that it's got a limited base means ultimately it can't be debased like our current central bank is doing.
But do you not consider it to be a little bit too risky, especially considering maybe China's not accepting it? Does that affect any of your decisions of making it too much of a risk for something as stable as Overstock.com?
Well, it's not, people are asking me that, but we're not accepting any risk. I'm not making any statement about the value of Bitcoin, where I think that's going to go, if that goes up or down. We're just getting paid. We will be being paid in Bitcoin like we can be paid in euros or Japanese yen. And we convert it into dollars. There's no risk for us. We're not holding it. So it's not so much a bet on the value of Bitcoin and how it bounces around. It's just a bet that there's a market there.
Although you're not accepting Confederate money yet. Here's the thing, Patrick. I want to get back to your company. And by the way, full disclosure, I have subscribers who are long your stock right now. I think you've got a great turnaround story. But you became infamous for fighting the shorts. I think you must be happy. The shorts have been taken out on their shield this year, but you still have a 16% short position. Do you still think it's unfair, the ability for money managers or shorts or anyone to gang up on an individual stock and drive it into the dirt?
Well, short selling is legal and fine. But short selling, there was a particular type of short selling called naked short selling that's illegal, and it seemed to go hand in hand with just the kind of bear raid you're describing. There are deliberate attempts to actually take companies under, and they do selling and illegal short selling coupled with lawsuits, and they have some regulators on speed dial. And they create so much trouble for a company, they can drive them under. I think that kind of coordinated bear raid should be illegal.
Patrick,
it is illegal, but the government doesn't.
You have my admiration because you fought for your company. You continue to fight for your company. And, you come out here and you tell it the way you see it. We always appreciate that. Continued success.
Charles, always love talking to you.
Same here. Thanks a lot. Hey, Amazon announcing